Welcome to Unschool, where we undoctrinate you from public school nonsense. There's an anti-parent movement going on in the public education system. Teachers do not seem to want parents knowing what students are learning, and parents are starting to wake up to that fact and show up at city council meetings and school board meetings and so on to stand up for their beliefs and the fact that they're the ones that should have final say in what their children learn. And that seems to be true to me. It says here every state in the union has laws on the books to protect children. In Pennsylvania, the Child Protective Services place special responsibility on mandated reporters, adults who are in positions of power and authority, whom the state believes have a special duty to speak for kids and raise an alarm if they may be in danger. The CPSL defines child abuse as any conduct that causes things like bodily injury, mental injury, unreasonable restraint, or interfering with child's breathing, etc., etc. That system utterly failed, as it says here, and was completely ignored by state officials during COVID. Why are elected Republicans helping Democrats reward a failed education system? I am a father. This is this guy talking here, and talking about his experience as a father and a football coach, and so on and so forth, and how he experienced firsthand the problems with the school lockouts and the forced masking. By the summer of 2020, he was no longer a coach and no longer a mandated reporter because he was convinced that the what they were doing to kids in schools was hurting them more than helping. And also, just so many schools I think were getting banned from attending school in the first place. No one was really allowed to go. Kids just sat home for long periods of time. So as a result of public comments, parents in the community started to reach out to privately. They told they about the harm their kids were suffering, kids who were struggling with anxiety and depression, right? And they had major learning deficiencies as well. The Christian schools and homeschooling were already ahead, statistically, of the public schools that are not getting kids to grade level in fourth and eighth grade. And then they went way above them over the past 5 years. The religious schools were already really far ahead, or were already far ahead. Now they're really, really far ahead after the COVID nonsense. And you got a lot of kids who are homeschooled that score far better than public school kids. The worst place to get educated, unfortunately, is a public school because it's really so much about political indoctrination and not so much about learning anything that's actually useful. School officials had actual knowledge that they were enforcing unlawful policies that were hurting kids, and they did nothing. They said nothing. So it says here, this is an article from the New York Post about the same guy takes on the school district over strict COVID policies, right? If I don't fight this battle, nobody else is going to. What happened was wrong. Yeah, taking all those people out of school and messing up their ability to learn for 2 years was completely inappropriate, and you know, caused quite a lot of problems. But if you want to read the rest of this article, check it out on dschooled.substack.